Welcome to this week's Tarot Tuesday readings. I've chosen 3 cards and 3 runes with the intention to see what's going to happen for you in December, since it is, while I'm recording this, the 1st of December, and you'll see them on the 2nd. So for reading number 1, we have Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out. And the rune that goes with this is Awaz, which is the rune of defense. For reading number 2, we have Chameleon Spirit, Act As If, and the rune that goes with this is Kano, which is the rune of openings. And for reading number 3, we have Giraffe Spirit, See the Big Picture, and the rune that goes with this is Uruz, which is the rune of strength. So take a moment to call all your energy back into yourself and take that nice deep breath into your heart space and see which card or cards draw you in, you can't stop looking at, or, there's a detail that you can't stop seeing, and yeah, that could be your card in your reading, and I will look forward to seeing you in the readings. Welcome, reading number 1. You chose the card Brown Bear Spirit, Take Time Out, and the rune is Awaz, which is a rune of defense. And the card and the rune are in so much alignment right now, and they are saying to you to, this may not be the time for you to press forward or push forward, see any obstacle or any delay as beneficial rather than trying to overcome it with action. This take time out is a lot about just taking your time and inviting in patience. That it's that feeling of, for both these things, patience is the big word. And the take time out, I feel like it's like, don't get completely collapsed in on yourself in the obstacle that you feel is just ruining everything. Take that moment to just really realize that it's there for a reason, and it's a good reason. It's going to be beneficial. It's happened. These things happen. They're meant to happen. That's why it's happened. Otherwise it wouldn't have. And just take that time to really lean into your internal self as you move through whatever obstacle. I feel like there is an obstacle or something that's just kind of made things challenging for you right now. Let's see what the rest of the cards have to say for you. Let's see. Two for that one. Actually, the bottom one wanted to come too. So we see what we've got here first. Okay, we have the Sacrifice. Many paths, and the Tree of Life. I definitely get the sense that you're kind of going through a challenging time, like things are there's difficulty in your life, or there's something that's bothering you, a problem that you're struggling to overcome, and almost questioning your faith in your reality, questioning your faith that this is going to work out for you, questioning your faith in life working for you. It's one of those big things they always say, life works for you, not against you. It's always, even though it doesn't feel like it's beneficial, like I said, it is. And you might be feeling like you can't decide what to do, and the many paths is a lot about any path will take you where you need to go. So stop worrying about being on the wrong path or doing the wrong thing or not sure how to overcome things. It's like taking this time and just waiting things out a bit. I feel like the path will become clear anyway. And it will be any path, and it doesn't matter which one. The Sacrifice is asking you, like, sacrifice means to make sacred. And it's the concept behind this card is this sense of gratitude and like knowing how lucky you are in your heart. You know, so I feel like if you are going through this problem, the struggle, or just feel like you can't, catch your breath, like nothing's really working out like you hoped, this is happening for your benefit. You have great learning and growth coming from what's happening. And it feels like there's a new beginning, a new turnaround coming. When you really start to appreciate what you do have, all the good that has come to you, all the good that is with you right now, all the good that's happening all around you right now. So it's like the offering you bring is your heart. Hi, Dweesh, you come to help. Yes. So just that's what the sacrifice is asking. The tree of life is this intertwined balance between your roots and your head, all the growth in your head, and the trunk between. So it's a lot, I feel like, if you're being caught overthinking and struggling in your head a lot, this card is inviting you to bring yourself back into balance. Look at that heart-brain coherence. Look at bringing yourself into your heart space, into your soul space, and knowing that that's where you're going to find your truth in the matter. I can't help but notice that there's these orange butterflies here, and there's an orange butterfly there. I just that link between, this is when you tune into the gratitude and your heart, when you bring your heart into the matter, that's when you will see the truth, feel the truth, and regain your faith in even yourself and your life being worthy, and your life actually working out for you. That's the sense I get. Let's see what other cards we have here. I feel like I want to draw one from this deck. There it is. I'll get one from this one. Let's see what the hummingbirds have to say. Okay. So we have drum, dream and journey. You can't make this stuff up. The drum, Mother Earth. I love that. Float in stillness. Meditation is the key to filling up with the joyous nectar of life. And we have smooth flight. No need to struggle against the wind when you can catch the current and sail easily upon the breeze. And this card, these cards here, these two, link back into what I was telling you here about not trying to force things, not trying to rush things, not feeling like you have to do something to make things right. This is about how you're being, how you're feeling, tuning back into your heart, being grateful for everything that there is right now, and really stepping into your presence of now. The drums. I love this. Big emotions, because wow, to get two drums right after each other, dream and journey and the drum. I feel like the drum cards are saying to you, the drum is this beat of the heartbeat of Mother Earth, this connecting in with Mother Earth. It echoes the sound of Mother Earth herself. And I see with the tree of life, this deep sense of rootedness in your soul with the connection with Earth and Mother Earth. It's this clearing. The drum can, help you into the other world, help you to dream bigger, to see bigger, to hear your own intuition. I feel like if you've been having a lot of dreams recently, or feeling like you're getting nudged at things and you're just kind of a bit unsure because you haven't heard it as clearly before, or you're, not sure about how it is, try picking up that thread and following it and see where it leads you. And I feel like it's going to lead you onto this path It's like taking this time out and tuning into your heart space. You're going to hear this intuition, or you're going to see these dreams or and visions more clearly. It's not your imagination. And I think that stillness that you find will help you take this smooth flight, which is this thread you get to pick up with your dream and your journey. I had an idea for what tarot deck I want to use for this, but I just feel there's a real otherworldly, excuse all the noise, Mother Nature connection for you. Therefore, I'm going to draw out the Wildwood Tarot, which just has that greater connection to Earth herself and has the tree on the back that we have here. So let's see what this tarot has to say for you. See what we've got so far. Just 3 lovely cards. Let's see if I can pick them up without rearranging. There we are. Perfect. Instruction. This is this internal guidance you're getting. The 10 of Arrows. Oh yes. Yeah. You've been going through a really challenging time. So we have 10 of Arrows instruction, 5 of Stones endurance, and the Guardian. The Guardian is the devil. And I see it as you have been going through a lot, but you are being guided as you go through it. You're being shown the path, shown the way, and you just feel like it's just never ending. Like it's a never ending story of challenges. And that's definitely what you're focusing on. And like I said, with the sacrifice, make sacred, tune into your heart. This is your chance to turn your thoughts around, turn the story around. We're really, really, really good at making stories up about things that have happened to us or things that are happening to us, and changing the narrative within your mind about the situation is going to help you move through it. It's time to cut the strings from the devil, where the devil has been guiding you in an unhelpful way, because you're getting instruction from other places. And I definitely see like you're getting that in your dreams. Let's see if there's any more guidance with how this is going to come to fruition. How are we going to shift through this? You see here what's going on. Oh, I don't. Okay, right, fine. Plenty of cards now. Let's see what's going to happen now for you. Okay. Oh, yes. We have King of Stones, Wolf. We have the Shaman. We have Injustice, 2 of Arrows. Rebirth, and which is the 8 of Vessels or 8 of Cups, and Knight of Vessels, which is Knight of Cups, Eel. Is that on? Yes, and very bright. Excellent. That's good, because this is where you're going to find your light. King of Stones, not Knight of Stones. King of Stones. It's really funny. It's absolutely just like totally snowing, and it looks like this outside today here. This is the cry of the lone wolf. That's the sense I get, like the cry of the lone wolf. You've been struggling around with this for quite some time. And actually, and this is why I'm using this deck, like you are the shaman, you're the magician, you're the one who can turn this around, because you are deeply connected to the earth and you're deeply intuitive. It's just there's this doubt, that sort of decision paralysis, that not sure which way to turn. You feel like you're blindfolded and you don't know which way you want to go. And that's because you were doing a lot of this thinking in your head. I'm pointing the top of the tree, like the top of the tree is the head. You're in your head thinking, it's time to shed the leaves of that mind, of that thought, and drop into your heart. And that's where you're going to find the flow. Both these cards talk of flow. Notice the eel is going with the water. It's not going upstream. It is flowing downstream and just like moving with the flow. The I feel like the sword, I don't know if you can see it in the stone here, especially not with that light, the sword here in the stone, which I've never noticed in this card. The sword or the blade is quite often about using your action correctly with considered thought. And I'm not talking about overthinking thought. We're talking about severing those ties with the thoughts, the devil thoughts, with the challenging thoughts, with the thought that you just have to endure life and it sucks. I really get the sense that you get to turn your mind around, turn your mindset around, turn your story around, and have this rebirth. And rebirth can be challenging because it's a new beginning, and it's very easy to drop back into the old habits, but stay rooted. Listen to the drum, the heartbeat of the universe. Listen to the heartbeat of Mother Earth, because you are deeply, deeply guided. And December is going to be that month where I feel like you're going to shift through this. That's really the sense I get. I just had that thought there. It's something that I've been thinking about is perhaps focus a little on the winter solstice, the 21st, 22nd of December for Northern Hemisphere. Obviously, Southern Hemisphere's the summer. But it's a change in season, it's a change in something, and it's the bringing in the light at the darkest point for the Northern Hemisphere with the winter solstice. And really, perhaps you could use that date as a way of marking something where you are actually moving beyond the challenging thoughts. And I think when you shift that, and it doesn't have to be that day, I just feel like that may be important. But as you shift that, like, the path will open up, everything will change, and you will start to feel that hope again that things are going to work out, that all these obstacles were beneficial because it's a way of getting you to where you need to be, and in a way that you need to be, it helps you grow as a person to the point where then everything opens out beautifully for you. Interesting. I'm starting to lose my voice here, which is, just that sense of feeling like you're getting throttled, like you don't know what to do. And I think that there's a definite shift that's going to come for you in December. Reading number 1, this is your reading. I send so much love to you. Because I know how hard it is when your mind starts to overthink and take over and start creating stories that aren't helpful, because it affects the whole of you and it affects the whole of the life around you as well. So tune into your heart and see the beauty around you and feel your true self underneath it all, the magician, the shaman that you are, and dream and journey and listen to the intuition that is coming to you. You are getting guided through this. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 2. You chose the card Chameleon Spirit, Act As If, and the rune that came with this was Kano, which is the rune of openings. The Act As If is really interesting. It feels like things are changing around you. There's just perhaps a lot going on, and you may be feeling like hypersensitive to everything's going on, but that's going to help you to adapt to everything as well. It's interesting with the rune of openings. It's like where you've felt like you're in the dark and you can't see where to go and you don't know where to go. It feels like everything's kind of opened up, and that is almost more challenging for you because now you can see there is ways that you can help yourself, the ways that you can move forwards, and that's kind of scary too, because suddenly you have something that you can do and you're not sure how to do it. And really the act as if is just take that moment to it's that idea of moving into the energy of what could be, and it will make it be. So if you're feeling hopeless, create hope within you. You know, if you're feeling loveless, create love within you. You know, feel the love within you. It's that sense of whatever you're needing, see it in yourself first, feel it in yourself first, and that will, then you'll see it in your outer world. So if you're feeling like people aren't showing you enough love right now, that's probably because you're not showing yourself enough love. And really, that's where love initially comes from, is from loving yourself. So that's just an example of how you can help yourself move through this. Let's see what the other cards have to say for you. My camera moved and now I can't see, well, straight away 3 cards. I can't see if it's in the right place. It looks like it is. It looks okay. Not quite where I wanted it. Okay, we have the Hunter, the Smoky Mirror, and Taming the Wind. Wow. Yeah, it's definitely not quite where it was for the last reading. Oh well. Hunter, it's about hunting down your fears. And I feel like some of your fears is within the change. So whatever's going on inside or outside of you, like there's that fear of stepping into it because it's unknown. And if you hunt down those fears and just know what it is that's scaring you, then it's easier to release it, put it to the side, and it's almost like that. I want to say pretend, but that's not quite the right word. But feel like you can do this. Feel your own strength. That's what it feels like. You know, the Smoky Mirror is a lot about the illusions. So I feel like a lot of this struggle that you're going through with this change is just an illusion that you've created in your mind. And you have the opportunity to dispel this illusion. And I feel like, you know, just ruffling the water, because it's like it's a mirror, so it's just that you keep shining it back at yourself. But if you ruffle the water, so you find those fears and you, you know, really just be like, oh, that's what it is, you know? That's how you're going to shift this. The Hunter is also about you know how to follow the tracks, you know? You are good at following the steps in front of you and knowing the way to go. Like there's that deep intuition within you, you know, and then so with that is this smoky mirror, you know, the illusion that you've created for yourself is also understanding that even though things are challenging right now, there is something greater coming for you, and there's a greater sense of connection to the divine and the universe, and knowing that this is all coming in flow. Taming the Wind, I love it. This is just such a lovely way of guiding you through this. Taming the Wind is so important for clearing your energy. So it might be that within your home or your work or just your life in general, there's just like a lot of difficult energies. And actually, if you intentionally clear that energy, you know, whether you do smudging or not, whether you open some windows and some doors and just let fresh air in, I feel like that's what you get to do is shift the energy. It's a good time to write in a journal, clear out all the stuff that's going on in your mind, you know, look at the illusion. Look at what is the illusion that you've created about your life right now. That, you know, it's just like that sense that I just feel like there's more to what's going on around you when you deeply connect in. And I feel like this Hunter, you know, the more I fell into it, that sense of, you know, the way to go. You know how to track down what you need to track down. So you track down your illusion and you let it go, and you will know which way to turn to go in the next step and through the opening of Kano there. Let's see what the other cards have to say. hummingbirds. Eh? There's one and two. Let's see what we have here. Oh, interestingly, this card came out in reading number 1. So if you felt drawn for reading number 1, it might be worth having a look. So we have Mother Earth, the drum, which is connecting into the, you know, the drum can echo the heartbeat of Mother Earth. You know, so connecting in with that drum and feeling that deep-rooted groundedness of who you are. We have Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. I feel fear towards that. You know, like you're at this opening and there's an opportunity for you to really step through and start creating something so wonderful within your life. And you're just not sure about it, so you're not actually lighting your own fire, letting your own light shine, you know. And that's this act as if, just start shining your light and that will ignite your passion. You know, it's just like it's something that will just automatically happen. We have Magic in the Air, stay alert for the signs, synchronicities and messages guiding your flight path. And we have Keen Vision, which I'll put up here so you can see because it's about to be lighted up. As you sharpen your focus, the course ahead becomes clear. I just said about the light. I just look at all the light in these cards and the light shining on these cards. This door is Kano's door. The opening is there. The signs, synchronicities and messages guiding your flight path is the hunter just knowing how to read and listen to those signs and be able to move forwards and know which way to go. Keen Vision, it's like, I just, you know, that act as if, I just feel like you can create more intention with where you want to go and how you want to feel and how you want things to be, you know. You get to journey into this, dream into this. You know, the drum is quite often used in shamanic ceremonies to take you to the other world, to take you to somewhere where you can create your dreams, where you get the guidance. And I just feel like tuning into your own passion and what lights you up is going to help you move forward in December. I feel like, you know, there's a sort of shift coming in December for you. Let's see what other cards have to say for you. We've got some tarot cards. Oh, excellent. King of Cups. And I love how they've immediately come upright. You know, showing out. Why have I put that upside down? Okay, that's your inaction. So 8 of Wands is a lot about movement and action. And I don't know if you saw there, I actually put it upside down. And that for me feels like you've been stuck in that paralysis of no action. This is where this act as if is what you need to do, because you're not sure how it's going to feel or how you're going to be. It's like tune into how wonderful it can feel and be, and that's when the next action will come to you. You know, this person here is connected deeply, and then you can sail on your ship. Definitely need to release and let go of the past, of the illusion. You know, the moon draws out everything, and it's a full moon on the 4th, which I think is Thursday. So the moon this week could be quite challenging for you, but in a really good way, because it's going to help you shift this. I said there was a shift coming. I think it's even going to come this week with the full moon. The moon draws out anything you haven't been looking at, feeling, dealing with, you know, so I feel like it's going to draw out all the illusion and the challenge that you've been going through and clearing and, you know, defining the way for you. See what we've got here. Whoop. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 9 of Cups. Look at that. Celebration of abundance, you know. That's that balance. That's that, I was talking about igniting your passion, and letting it shine through. It's like when you do that, suddenly everything's right and everything's flowing and in place because the wheel is turning. You have all these opportunities and luck and fortune and balance because you're no longer stuck in the illusion. Yeah, we have Knight of Cups. I think I spoke about in this reading about loving yourself. Perhaps you haven't been loving yourself. If not, it was in reading one, in which case, if you had that sense that might be yours, go back and listen to that. Really celebrating who you are. This is how you're going to move through this, is celebrating you as a person, loving yourself as a person, and realizing you're supported and the strength within you. And with the Page of Cups, this is very much like wishes fulfilled. The pigs are flying. You can dream anything into your future. This person, is lit up, igniting their passion, dreaming their future into being, because they're no longer held back by the restrictive illusions of what they thought their life was or could be. Dream big, dream into your heart, act as if you've already got it, act like the feeling of you've already got it. I just had that sense there. If you've heard of Michael Beckwith, which you may not have, he does a visioning meditation. I think I've seen it on YouTube, and it's really, really good because the visioning meditation he does invites feeling into it too. So it's like, imagine the feeling of you having attained it. And I feel like, look at that. Michael Beckwith, I think he calls it the visioning process or something like that. He's on YouTube. Definitely do that meditation and journal, dream big, really just start to create your vision, sharpen your focus, really get into the magic that's all around you. Reading number 2. This is your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome, reading number 3. You chose the card Giraffe Spirit, see the big picture. And the rune that goes with this is Uruz, which is the rune of strength. And it's really interesting, the Giraffe Spirit is about, extending your neck, observing from above. And I feel like part of what your challenge has been recently is that you are being drawn into the little things, the little dramas, the little things that are going on, and actually that not everything is obvious as you'd like. And I think there's a much deeper sense of meaning to what's going on around you or within you at this sense of time, and not meaning as in you make stories about it, because this is about observing it. So it's just about seeing the truth behind it. The Uruz is, the wild ox is the one that is the animal that is represented in this rune. And it's a lot about to start your new beginning. Sometimes you need to go into the darkness to start the cycle of renewal. So I feel like, but you don't need to go into it and become it or let it collapse you into you. This is a lot about observing it. So if you've been challenged by things going on around you or within you, let's just step back and observe it with a truthful eye and not get distracted by the shiny things that are coming up. It's that adapting to the situation, going with flow with it, and not feeling so drawn into the drama that's going on. I just feel like it's easy to start creating stories on the drama, on the challenges, on what's going on around you. And I feel like the big message for you here is observe. Let's see what these cards have to say for you. Oh my goodness. Oh, there it is. I knew there was one more. Put you down. Wow. the Rainmaker. The spiral. That really reflects what I've just been saying there. Interesting. And, oh, the Gatherer. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, things can change for you. Really interesting. So with the Rainmaker, this is inviting you to create something new from the elements that are already in your life. So it feels like, you know, I said that this was this sort of step into this new beginning, but sometimes you have to close off the new, close off the old, and that's the spiral talks about this. You've got to shed the old skin, and it's actually, this card is saying in this position that you've already shed the old skin, but you just can't stop picking at it, you know? You can't stop looking at the old. Like, it's already happened. And, you know, I feel like that attention, you're putting the attention on the old still, and not really stepping into the new, not dancing in the rain, not seeing that newness that's all around you. And it's like, I think it's that idea that newness, you know, new beginnings, new movement, can make you feel really vulnerable, because it's just so new to you and unknown and scary, you know. Just know that this is a time of renewal for you. And with the Gatherer, this is, look at what you already have to hand. I feel like there is already so much good and so much around you, but you know, you've been scraping away at the old and look at this old stuff, you're not taking that zoomed out picture of observation from above, so therefore you're not creating something from all the harvest that is around you. You know, banish the notion of scarcity, like you don't have enough or you aren't enough. You know, I feel like this is something that you are still, this is that scraping away at the old, you know, I feel like you're still putting the attention on scarcity, on you not being enough, or you not having enough of something, or not being capable of something. You know, start with the beauty and the fruit and everything that is low-hanging fruit, you know, the things you can reach. Start with that. And that's when you're going to make this movement. You know, the seeds that you've sown have been germinating in your heart. They're already growing. It's already there. It's just that your attention is on the old that you've already shed. You're just still looking back at it. Let's see what the other cards have to say. Oops. I nearly threw a whole deck on the floor there. The hummingbirds as well. There we are. Let's see what we've got here. Ooh, yeah. We have ancestors, spirit guides. We have star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Ruby throat, speak, write, create, the world needs to hear your song. And iridescence, let your true colours sparkle, glimmer and glow for all to see. My goodness, are you stepping into a new beginning? Wow. You know, let's just let go of this old skin, because wow. You are being so deeply guided. You know in your soul what you get to do. You know it. But you're just still looking at this old stuff, this old fear, this sense of scarcity, this sense of never having enough, never being enough, not having the right stuff, not having the right things. but it is actually there. You have a lot of it already there, and you definitely have it in your soul, and you definitely have it with your guides. Just start creating. You know, the world needs to hear your song. Your song is deeply important, and as much as you may feel like what you have to say or what you have to create is not important, like, it's going to reach so many souls on such a deep level, even if it seems like it's you know, I feel like you almost feel, oh, but it's just a frivolous little thing, it's not important. No, whatever it is, it's going to reach people on a level that you can't even perceive right now, just because of that deeply divinely guidedness. And it's just like, it doesn't have to be grandiose. You know, I just got that sense of, for some of you, that fear is that, you know, stepping into something new is that I have to do something big and vibrant. But it's like, just by being you, your own colours sparkling and glimmering and glowing, that is going to be the change. That's going to help you create something that's just magical. And even if it's just like magical for a smaller part of the world to hear, that's going to create that ripple effect. We always forget that, you know, like that act of kindness, you're kind to one person and they remember that and they're actually kind to someone else, or they tell a story and it brings hope to someone else, and then that creates that big ripple effect. So when the world needs to hear your song, I could feel that clenching and resistance to that, because that's scary, because, you know, you feel like, no, you're not good enough for that. It's like, reaching one person reaches the world, and we forget about that interconnectedness of the whole world. But if you're not letting yourself shine and following the voice of your soul, which is guiding you, you are so deeply guided with this shift. And I think that even within your mundane day-to-day, I feel like you're not really expressing yourself in a way that is allowing people to hear your song and see you as the beautiful being that you are. Let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. Let's see what we have here. This is you with your fears. Oh my goodness, you are so deeply connected. This is you with your fears. So you're, you know, this is like, it's just all that turmoil, you know, that competition, that just not really, I'm going to move this along a bit, not really seeing the big picture, because you are focusing on all the challenges that are going along. But when you balance your emotions and become deeply connected with yourself and understand that you are enough as you are, and stop scraping away that old stuff and realize you've already stepped into the new, that's when you're going to feel that connectedness. It's so funny that the Queen of Cups is in the middle of this. I just feel like in the middle of all this turmoil, so the Nine of Swords is that turmoil. In the middle of this turmoil is that sense of peace and interconnectedness. You know? It's so funny that the slow cooker's just made a noise there. It's that interruption. It's just like, stop, interrupt that nonsense, and you'll start sleeping better. Yeah, these two cards just coming through are really just showing you how much you've got caught on the attention on the old, and how much you can balance your energy and come back into balance. Yeah, start putting your energy into your own growth. You know, this seed you have been nurturing, it's in your heart, it's already growing, you have been nurturing it, and when you stop focusing on the old, this new growth is going to come out. You'll be able to give and receive. You know, I feel like part of who you are is someone who likes to share things with the world so that they feel better. You know, be someone who helps people. And I feel like that is coming when you stop looking at the old stuff. You are so deeply divinely guided, and there's just the steps into who you are. And it's like, if you're feeling overwhelmed by what I've said, it's just the little steps, just the little things, the little movements, the little seeing the goods. And every time you feel yourself getting tripped over and looking and scraping back at the old wounds and the old things, that's where you get the opportunity to just turn around, take another little step into the light of shining your light, of being the light you're so divinely guided. And this is that Page of Pentacles. This is this growth still coming. You are deeply connected. You are growing something new. And I feel like it's a very gentle process. And I think sometimes the fear is, oh, it's going to be a big thing and lots of drama. But actually, you're just creating the drama by focusing on the old stuff. And when you just start taking that little step and that little movement into the new, and just, really feeling into who you are, your soul, and following your soul's journey, that's when you're just going to feel that deeply connected, abundance around you. I just feel like these people, you see them, they're calm, they're connected, they're following their soul. They're calm, they're connected, they're following their soul, and they're not looking back at the old. And I think that's all you need to do. And I think, this is not so much about always influencing other people. I think this is just about bringing more peace in your heart, bringing more joy in your heart, allowing you to grow and enjoy your life in the fully embodied soul version of yourself that you are. And when you shift with that, that's when the flow of giving, receiving, just feeling like you're part of something more will move into your life, and you'll just feel so wonderful. Big December for you, reading number 3. So much love to you. Thank you for joining me.